My child, at this very moment, I beg you with tears in my eyes, do not sleep, do not close this video, and do not walk away. I know you are tired. I know you've heard many promises before, and I understand how long you've waited until your heart feels weary. But right now, I need you to listen, because what is about to happen in your life is so great, so powerful, so supernatural, that if you leave now, if you close this word, if you fall asleep, you will miss the miracle that I have prepared just for you. I'm not talking about a small or ordinary miracle. I'm talking about the one you've been asking for, the one you've been crying out for, the miracle you've been seeking in the quiet of the early morning when no one could see you. It's here. It's happening in this moment. It's about to manifest in your life right now. I have been waiting for the perfect moment to release this miracle, and I have prepared every detail, every circumstance, every element in the spiritual world so that everything is perfectly aligned. Right now, as you are watching this video, everything in the heavenly realm is ready for your miracle to be unleashed. But I need your attention. I need your faith to be active, and I need you to be spiritually awake to receive what I'm about to pour out upon you. A miracle that is not received with faith, a miracle that is not captured with conviction, is a miracle that passes by and doesn't manifest in the physical world. I see the exhaustion in your eyes. I see the frustration in your heart. I see that you've prayed, fasted, cried out, and it seems like nothing has changed. Right now you may be wondering, is this real? Will something really happen this time? And I tell you with all the authority of heaven, yes, it is real. Yes, it is worth it. Yes, something is about to happen now. The enemy of your soul knows exactly what is about to take place. He sees in the spiritual world that your miracle is on the verge of happening. That's why he's doing everything he can to get you to leave this video. He's trying to make you fall asleep, distract you, fill your mind with doubts, telling you that you can watch it tomorrow, that it's not urgent, that nothing will change. But I tell you the truth, there is no tomorrow for this miracle. This miracle has a specific time, and it is now. If you leave now, if you miss this moment, the enemy will steal what I have prepared for you. Not because I don't have the power to give it to you later, but because this is the moment of faith that I need from you. This is the test. This is the moment when you have to choose to believe, even when you're tired, even when you're sleepy, even when your mind tells you to rest. I ask you, I beg you, stay just a little longer. Keep your eyes open, keep your heart focused, because in the next few minutes, if you continue listening to my voice, I will release the miracle you've been waiting for. And now, common, Lord, I am awake, I am attentive, I receive my miracle now. Your declaration right now opens the gates of heaven. Your confession of faith activates the angels who are waiting to bring your miracle. Don't let this moment slip away. Don't miss this chance. Your miracle is here. This moment is not a coincidence. You didn't just happen to find this video. You didn't stumble across these words by chance or because of some internet algorithm. I, your God, brought you here. I placed this video in front of you. I stirred something within you that led you to connect, to start watching, and to stay until now, because this moment was planned by me long before you were born. I knew you would be here, at this hour, at this very minute, hearing my voice through these words. I had already set up this meeting with you. I had already planned that at this very moment in your life, when you felt you were at your limit, when you were tired of waiting, when you were ready to give up, I would step in with a supernatural intervention. This is not just another video. This is not just another message. This is the moment I chose to change your story. This is the time I reserved to change the direction of your life. This is the exact second when heaven opens and what seemed impossible becomes possible for you. You need to understand something very important. There are moments in life that serve as spiritual portals. There are moments that act as open windows to heaven. There are brief seconds that are divine opportunities, and if you miss them, they won't come back with the same power. And this is one of those moments for you. I'm not saying I can't bless you later, or that I don't have the power to perform miracles tomorrow, but what I'm saying is that this specific moment, this now, carries a unique anointing, a special grace, a power reserved only for you. Think back to all those moments in your life when you almost gave up, but something held you back. Think of the times you wanted to quit, but an invisible force kept you going. Think of all the times you should have fallen, but I kept you standing. It was all to bring you to this moment. It was all to keep you alive until now. It was all so you wouldn't miss this moment of divine visitation. I know you're tired of waiting. I know you've heard many promises that seemed unfulfilled. I know you've been disappointed so many times that you fear to believe again. But I ask you not to let the disappointments of the past take away the miracle of today. Don't let the wounds from yesterday close the doors of today. Don't let the exhaustion from the journey make you give up when you're just a few steps away from your destiny. This moment is special because the unique combination of circumstances that exist now will never happen in exactly the same way again. Your need is here now. My provision is ready now. The angels are positioned now. The doors are open now. All of this has come together in a perfect moment that I created just for you. If you leave now, if you close this video, if you decide to watch it later, you can come back, but it won't be the same. The anointing that is here now, the grace that is available now, the power being released right now, this is for now, not for later, not for tomorrow, but for this moment. And I know you have someone in your life who is also waiting for a miracle. I know you have a friend, a family member, someone close to you who is at their limit, ready to give up, who needs to hear that their miracle is about to happen too. Share this video with them now, because their miracle is here in this special moment I have prepared as well. This is the moment. This is the hour. This is the crucial time. Don't waste it. Don't lose it. Stay here and see what I am about to do. While you were living your life, facing your struggles, and crying in the quiet moments, I was working behind the scenes. I was moving pieces on the spiritual board, preparing every detail, every element, every situation so that at this precise moment, everything would align perfectly for your miracle to unfold. Can't you see what I see? You don't yet see the spiritual world as I do, but now I will show you what has been happening while you were waiting. I will reveal the things I've been doing in secret to set up your public miracle. I have been moving people, placing the solution you need in the heart of someone you haven't met yet. I have been preparing a divine encounter for you with the right person, at the right time, in the right place. This person is already out there. They are already alive. They already hold what you need. And I'm arranging everything for your paths to cross soon. I've been organizing resources for you, preparing everything for your breakthrough. The money that has been stuck is now being released. The provision that was blocked is being unblocked. The income sources that were closed are being opened. You will see money flow from places you never expected, from sources you didn't even know existed. I am the God who can bring provision out of nothing. I have been changing circumstances, things that seemed impossible to change. And now, I am making those changes. Problems that seemed unsolvable, I am solving them right now. Doors that have been closed for years, I am opening them. You will witness changes so fast, so sudden, and so supernatural that you will know it was my hand working. Right now, I have sent warrior angels to surround you. Angels who fight battles in the spiritual realm that you don't even know about. Angels who remove obstacles you can't see. Angels who are opening paths in the spiritual world. They are working right now as you hear these words, fulfilling the orders I have given them. Every hardship you have faced, every tear you've cried, every sleepless night you've endured, has been preparing your heart for the miracle I'm about to give you. If I had given it to you sooner, you wouldn't have been ready. You wouldn't have had the maturity or wisdom to handle it. But now you are ready. Now you are prepared. Now is the time. I have arranged the perfect moment. It is not too soon, and it's not too late. This is the exact moment because I don't operate on human time. I work with heaven's timing. And in heaven's timing, this is the perfect second, the precise moment, the right instant for your miracle to appear. Everything is set. The angels are in place. The resources are ready. The people are prepared. The doors are open, and the circumstances are aligned. The moment is perfect. Everything is aligned, and only one thing remains. You just need to receive with faith. You only need to position your heart spiritually. You only need to declare that you believe. If you feel faith rising within you, if you feel that something is about to happen, if you sense the presence of the supernatural right now, I need you to take action. I need you to show your faith with a simple act. Leave your like on this video now, and subscribe to this channel because I will keep speaking to you, revealing more of what I've prepared for your life. Your act of faith activates what I've already prepared for you. Your obedience releases what I've arranged for you. Don't let shyness, laziness, or doubt stop you from making this simple gesture, because it will open the doors of heaven. Everything is ready. Now it's up to you. Now, I'm going to reveal something that your natural eyes cannot see, but it's completely real in the spiritual world. Right now, as you listen to my voice, there are angels all around you. They are not ordinary angels, they are messenger angels, warrior angels, angels of miracles. And they are here on purpose. I sent them specifically for you, with a specific mission to bring something that belongs to you. These angels are by your side right now, waiting for you. They are ready, holding in their hands the miracle you've been asking for, the answer you've been searching for, the solution you've been longing for. They are waiting for the right moment, the divine signal, the command from heaven to give you what they have brought for you. Let me describe what I see in the spiritual world right now. I see angels holding scrolls. These scrolls carry heavenly decrees, divine orders, commands from my throne that change impossible situations. Inside these scrolls, your name is written, your victory is written, the reversal of your situation is written. These angels are waiting to deliver divine decrees to the earthly authorities who will bring about the changes in your life. I see angels carrying bags of provision, overflowing with what you need. There is money in those bags, resources you never expected, and abundance that will surprise you. These angels are ready to pour this provision into your life, to place it into your hands, and to open the sources that will bring you this wealth. I see angels holding jars of healing oil, supernatural oil with the power to restore what is damaged in your body. It has the power to heal what doctors have said is incurable. It can regenerate what is sick, These angels are ready to pour this healing oil over you, to touch the parts of your body that need restoration, and to bring the full healing that you've been waiting for. I see angels holding golden keys that open doors that have been closed in your life. Doors of opportunity, doors of relationships, doors of growth, doors of fulfillment. These angels are waiting to use these keys to open those doors and give you access to places you've never been able to reach before. I see angels holding broken chains of addiction, depression, anxiety, and failure. These chains have already been broken in the spiritual world, and now these angels are waiting to bring that freedom into your life, so you can feel the release, experience true liberation. I see angels holding robes that represent your new identity. Robes of authority, honor, anointing, and favor. These angels are ready to clothe you with these robes, to dress you in your new identity, and to make you walk in the dignity of a child of the King. All of these angels are here right now. They don't sleep. They are not distracted. They are fully attentive, focused, and ready. They look at me, waiting for my command, and I look at you, waiting for your faith. Because I will not command the angels to release your miracle if you are not in a position to receive it. I will not tell them to deliver it if your hands are not open. I will not release it if you do not believe. Your miracle already exists. It does not need to be created. It is already ready, already here, and already in the hands of my angel. Now, it just needs to be transferred from the spiritual realm into the natural world. And this transfer happens through faith, through your belief, and through your declaration. The angels are ready. The miracle is ready. You are ready. But there's something important I need to show you now. I want to reveal why, even with the angels present, even with the miracle prepared, and everything set, some people still do not receive it. I need to show you what prevents the miracle from manifesting in the lives of many people, because I don't want that to happen to you. I don't want you to miss out on what I've prepared for you because of barriers that can now be removed. The first barrier that prevents a miracle is doubt. Doubt is like an invisible wall between you and your miracle. The angels are on one side, holding the miracle, but the wall of doubt stops them from crossing it and giving it to you. Every time you think, is this real? Will it work for me? Does God really care about me? You are building another layer of this wall. And the thicker the wall gets, the harder it is for the miracle to manifest. The second barrier is unbelief. Unbelief is different from doubt. Doubt asks questions, but unbelief denies. Unbelief says, this is not for me. It works for others, but not for me. I've tried before, and it didn't work. When you say this, when you declare unbelief, you are pushing the angels away. You are telling them, you can go back. I don't want it. I don't believe it. I don't receive it. The third barrier is fear, the fear of being disappointed again, the fear of hoping and then nothing happening, the fear of opening yourself up to hope only to face pain. This fear is understandable. I know you've been hurt. I know you've believed before, and it seemed like nothing changed. But I tell you, fear does not protect you from disappointment. In fact, fear prevents you from receiving the blessing. Fear is not a shield, it's a prison. The fourth barrier is spiritual passivity. There are people who want a miracle but aren't willing to take a strong stand. They want to receive it, but they don't want to declare it. They want the blessing, but they aren't willing to demonstrate faith. A miracle doesn't come to those who are passive. It comes to those who stand firm, who declare it, who act with faith, and who take a strong spiritual stance. The fifth barrier is distraction. The enemy knows that your miracle is about to happen, which is why he will do everything he can to distract you right now. He will put thoughts in your mind, bring worries, make you look at your phone, get you thinking about other things, because he knows that if you lose focus, if you abandon this moment, your miracle will not manifest. But I have good news for you. All these barriers can be broken right now. All these walls can be torn down immediately. All these obstacles can be removed with a simple act of faith, with a prophetic declaration, with an act of obedience. In the Bible, the number 7 represents perfection, completeness, and fulfillment. When I created the world, I rested on the 7th day because everything was complete. When Joshua marched around Jericho 7 times, the walls fell down. When Naaman dipped himself 7 times in the river, he was healed. The number 7 carries spiritual power, divine authority, and an anointing that goes beyond what we can understand. And when you declare the number 7 4 times, when you write 777, you are declaring God's complete perfection over your life. You are proclaiming that every barrier falls. You are prophesying that every hindrance is removed. You are activating the power of heaven to destroy everything standing between you and your miracle. Now, comment 777 and declare that every obstacle between you and your miracle is being torn down right now. When you do this, when you obey and declare, the walls fall, the barriers disappear, the obstacles are broken, and the angels are given permission to bring your miracle to you. Don't let anything stop you. Break the barriers now. Now, I am going to do something powerful. I am about to move supernaturally. Right now, as you listen to my voice, I am tearing down every barrier that has stood in the way of your miracle. I am destroying every wall that has stopped the manifestation from coming. I am removing every obstacle that has kept you from your blessing. I now break the barrier of doubt. I destroy the wall that kept you from believing. I remove the layer of questioning that blocked your faith. And in place of doubt, I am placing certainty. In place of questioning, I am placing conviction. In place of insecurity, I am giving you complete trust. You will now feel faith rise within you, a faith that doesn't come from you, but from me. It is a supernatural faith that makes you believe, even when everything around you says otherwise. Now, I break the barrier of unbelief. I destroy the mental stronghold that told you the miracle wasn't for you. I remove the lie that whispered you don't deserve it, that you're not worthy, that your situation is different from others. And now, I declare over you, this miracle is for you. You are worthy not because of what you've done, but because of my love. Your situation is not too hard for me. Nothing is impossible for me. Now, I break the barrier of fear. I destroy the fear of being disappointed, the fear of hoping and then nothing happening, the fear of opening yourself up to hope. I uproot this fear from your life, and in place of fear, I bring courage. In place of fear, I bring boldness. In place of insecurity, I bring confidence. You will no longer be afraid to believe. You will no longer be afraid to wait. And you will no longer be afraid to receive what I have for you. Now, I break the barrier of spiritual passivity. I destroy the complacency, the lack of movement, the lack of positioning in your spirit. Now, I place in you a hunger, a thirst for me, a strong desire to seek, to cry out, to take a stand. You will no longer sit back, waiting for a miracle. You will rise, declare, act in faith, and take hold of what belongs to you. Now, I break the barrier of distraction. I destroy every strategy the enemy uses to keep you distracted. I remove every effort to take your focus away from this moment. I cast out every thought, every worry that tries to steal your attention. And now, I give you supernatural focus, divine concentration, and spiritual awareness that keeps you connected with me, that keeps you in this moment, that keeps you in a position to receive. The barriers are falling, the walls are crumbling, and the obstacles are being cleared. You can feel it, something is shifting inside you. You can feel a freedom you haven't experienced in a long time. You can feel the way ahead is clear, the path is open, and nothing stands between you and your miracle. The angels who were waiting now begin to move. The angels who stood still with your miracle in their hands are now advancing because the barriers have fallen, because the walls have been destroyed, because the way is now clear. They are coming toward you, getting closer, ready to place in your hands what they have brought for you. You are just seconds away from receiving. You are moments away from seeing your miracle. You are moments away from experiencing it. A miracle is coming. The blessing is on its way. The answer is about to appear. Do not leave now. Do not get distracted. Do not miss this moment. And because I know there are others who also have barriers keeping them from their miracles, people who need to hear that their barriers can fall, that obstacles can be removed, that the way to their miracles can be opened, share this video with those who need to see the way open. Be the tool I use to free others. Be the channel through which I break down the barriers in others' lives. Your miracle is free. Now help release the miracle for others. Son, daughter, I need you to understand something deeply important. I saw every tear you shed, I counted each one. I stored every tear in a jar in heaven. Not a single tear you shed went unnoticed. Not one of your tears fell to the ground without me seeing it. None of your tears were wasted. I heard every prayer you made, those prayers late at night when you couldn't sleep from the pain, those prayers when you locked yourself in the bathroom so no one could see you cry. I heard the prayers in the car when you drove home alone, those whispered prayers when you didn't have the strength to speak them out loud. I heard every one of your prayers. Each one reached my throne. I know you've been wondering why I haven't answered yet. I know you've been asking yourself if I've really heard you. I know that sometimes it feels like your prayers don't go past the ceiling, that they don't reach me. But I assure you they have all reached me. I've answered every prayer, but my answers don't always come in the way you expect or within the time frame you hope for. I saw you pray for that job, and when you didn't get it, I saw the disappointment on your face, the frustration in your heart. You wondered why I didn't give you what you so desperately needed. But I didn't give you that job because I have something better prepared for you. A job that will pay you more, value you more, and fulfill you more. If I hadn't given you that job, you wouldn't have been available for the one I've planned for you. I saw you pray for that relationship, and when it didn't work out, I saw the pain of rejection. I saw the loneliness you felt. You wondered why I allowed you to go through that hurt, but I didn't let that relationship continue because that person wasn't the right one for you. That person would have hurt you later on. They would have distracted you from my purpose for your life, and I love you too much to let you hold on to someone who isn't the best for you. I saw you pray for healing, and when the illness did go away, I saw the despair in your eyes. I saw you cry out, fast, and seek, and it seemed like nothing was changing. You wondered if I really have the power to heal, if I care about your suffering, but I assure you, I do have the power, I do care, and healing is on its way. I am using this time of waiting to teach you lessons that can only be learned through pain, to strengthen you in ways that can only happen through struggle, and to prepare you for a testimony so powerful that it will touch thousands of lives. I saw you pray for financial provision, and when the money didn't come, I saw your frustration. I saw you counting your coins, doing the math, worrying about the debts. I saw you asking why I haven't provided for you yet, even though I am the one who owns all the gold and silver. But I haven't sent it yet because I'm teaching you to trust in me, not in money. I'm showing you that your security isn't in your bank account, it's in me. And when I do send you the provision, you will know how to manage it, how to value it, and how to use it for the right purpose. None of your prayers have been unheard. None of your tears have been wasted. None of your hopes have been in vain. Everything has a reason. Everything has a purpose. Everything is part of a bigger plan that I'm working out in your life. If you feel in your heart that I have truly seen your tears and heard your prayers, please like this video now and subscribe to continue hearing my voice. I'm not done speaking to you. I have so much more to reveal. I have so much more to comfort you with. I have so much more to strengthen you with. Stay with me. Keep listening. Keep believing. Now, I want to reveal something that will change how you see this time of waiting. I'm going to show you why the miracle was delayed. I will explain the divine purpose behind every day, every month, every year you've waited. Because once you understand why, you will stop questioning and begin to thank. The delay happened because you weren't ready yet. I know you think you were. I know you felt ready to receive your miracle a long time ago, but I see things you can't see. I see a future that you can't yet picture. And I knew that if I had given you the miracle then, you wouldn't have had the maturity to keep it, the wisdom to manage it, or the strength to handle it. Think about it. If I had given you the money you asked for 2 years ago, you would have wasted it. You didn't yet have the financial wisdom I've taught you during those years of scarcity. You didn't have the self-control that I built in you through lack. You've made the right choice by clicking on this video. It wasn't just a random decision, nor was it simply out of curiosity. It was a divine moment, a touch from heaven, a direct intervention, a personal appointment I set just for you. Before your eyes even saw the thumbnail, before your finger tapped the screen, I had already set this moment aside for you. What seemed like a small action, a fleeting click, is actually part of a greater plan that began long before today, even before you were born. Don't underestimate the significance of this moment. It was prepared with care. It wasn't by chance but by purpose. Listen closely. Heaven has gently guided you here because your spirit needed this word, this breath, this confirmation. I have seen you in secret, watched your struggles. I've counted your tears, and I've been with you in those moments when no one else understood your pain, when you smiled on the outside but wept on the inside. This message you are hearing wasn't written by a person. I whispered it to you. And if you're here, it's because your faith, though sometimes weak, is still alive. Just by that simple act of faith, by that click, you've opened a spiritual door, and through it, I will enter with double blessings. I don't work by coincidence, I work by promises. And the promises over your life are still active, even if you feel the time has passed. I am never late. I come when the harvest is ready. Pay close attention now, because what you're hearing is not just any message. It's not another ordinary word. It's a spiritual decree, a command being written in heaven right now. Every word being spoken is like ink from heaven, marking a new chapter in your destiny. Angels are positioning themselves around you. Spiritual doors are opening, and invisible chains are quietly falling, but with great power. What I am releasing now carries the seal of the kingdom of heaven. And when my kingdom speaks, nothing in hell can stop what I've decided to do. You, who have often felt that you give, sow, and pray yet still see no progress, I know your heart. I saw every seed you planted with tears. I was there when you gave, even when you had nothing left to give. You have worked, you have prayed, and you have remained faithful, even when the results seemed to be delayed. Others around you have shared their stories of success, and while they have celebrated, you've waited in silence. But let me tell you, your waiting has not been in vain. Every seed you've sown is being counted. And not only will you receive the fruit, but also the rewards of patience, the interest that has built up over time. Now I ask something from you. Don't see this as just another video or something to watch casually. This is a direct message from my throne. And as a sign of your faith, I want you to take a simple step. Like this video. Not because it's a habit, not because of pride, but as a visible declaration that you believe in the unseen. Each like you give is like an amen rising to heaven. It's as if you are giving the angels permission to move on your behalf. I don't need this to go viral. I need you to respond with faith. This word is for you, and it is personal. It's not for everyone, but for those who have spiritual ears to hear. I chose you to receive this miracle. There are things I will reveal to you in secret because some rewards are given only in private moments with me. There are miracles that are meant to stay between us, treasured in the quiet of your heart. Get ready, because what is about to unfold cannot be stopped by anyone. Stay here and pay attention to every word. This is the beginning of something new. This will be your last chance to continue as you have before. My child, hear me clearly. You are not here by mistake, and this moment is not just a random occurrence. I have brought you to this place at this very time because I have something to give you, something that has been prepared for you long ago. This is not just a nice message or a few encouraging words. This is my voice speaking directly to your heart, the whisper of my spirit reaching the deepest part of your soul. Today, I'm not here to entertain you, but to awaken you. I have come to stir your faith, to remind you that I am still the same God who splits seas, who breaks down walls, who brings life to what was dead, and who calls things into existence as though they already were. You've walked through seasons where the silence was so deafening, you began to think I had forgotten you. But I have never left you, and I will never forget. You wondered if your prayers were being heard, if your cries were lost in the air. You questioned whether I was really listening. But today, I want to speak to you clearly and with certainty. I was there all along. I was there when you thought about giving up. I was there when you couldn't find a way out, when everyone else walked away and you were left standing alone. And not for a moment did I turn away from you. Every day you held on, every time you refused to let go of my hand, every amen you whispered through tears, was heard and sent straight to my throne. Now, imagine this, a truck filled with blessings, with answers, with everything you've been waiting for. That truck didn't just leave today, it left a long time ago. It was loaded long ago. It was set in motion a long time ago, and it has always had your name on the delivery order. But along the way, it faced difficult roads, spiritual mud, and slippery ground full of unseen obstacles, enemies you don't even know, harmful words spoken by jealous people, and demons assigned just to block what belongs to you. A truck got stuck, halted, holding your promise, but unable to reach you. But today I am here with power. I am the strong tractor that pulls that truck from the mud. I am the divine wind that speeds up the delivery. I am the King of Kings, signing the release order with divine correction and interest. In my kingdom, nothing is lost. What is yours cannot be lost, cannot spoil, cannot remain in a spiritual warehouse. What I promised you will reach your hands, because over you rests an ancient promise that is about to break into your reality. This is not something new. It's something I've been protecting for years. Today, I'm telling you that you will not only receive what you expected, but you will also receive restoration, honor, peace, and even the time you thought was lost, returned with heavenly bonuses. Every tear you shed, every sleepless night, every season when you felt invisible to others, I saw it all. I saw when you gave, without expecting anything in return. I saw when you helped even when you were in need yourself. I saw when you chose silence and trust. Don't think that was forgotten. Don't believe I didn't notice, because I am the God who knows the hearts, who rewards obedience, and who honors those who honor me. Do you remember those early mornings when you prayed with little strength left? When you could barely say my name, when your prayers were drowned in tears? I was there, I heard, I remembered, because I never forget those who trust in me. Although the world turned away from you, underestimated you, and ignored you, I watched you with love and tenderness. Every tear you shed was never in vain. Each drop was like a seed planted in fertile soil, and today, that seed is ready to sprout. Today marks the beginning of your harvest. You will not only see answers to your prayers, but you will witness miracles. You will not just receive back what you lost, but you will receive more than you imagined. I am the God who delights in surprising those who endure. Stay here. Remain where you are. Don't walk away. Don't ignore this message, because while you are here, things are already shifting. The truck is no longer stuck, it is moving forward. The ground that once held it back is now giving way. Angels are pushing, and what seemed like a delay will soon become a testimony. Today is your day right now, not tomorrow, not later. Before you were born, the story of your life was already written in heaven. Every part of your journey, every struggle, every victory, and even every loss was planned. Nothing you've experienced has been overlooked, and every season you've gone through had a purpose. Although you may have felt that doors closed unfairly, that certain paths became dark when you thought you were doing the right thing, none of that was outside my plan. Even the detours were part of a greater purpose that is now starting to unfold. Many times, you walked with a heavy heart, not understanding why your efforts didn't bring the results you hoped for. You gave your time, energy, love, and faith, but all you received in return was indifference, rejection, and betrayal. You saw others achieve what you also longed for, while you stayed standing, holding on to hope. Even though you said nothing, you felt the weight of comparison. You felt the silence of heaven and wondered why you kept sowing seeds without seeing any fruit. But it wasn't abandonment, it was training. It wasn't forgetting, it was preparation. Gold doesn't form easily. It's shaped deep within, under pressure and fire. And just like gold, you were shaped like a hidden gem, polished with tears and molded through brokenness. What I value, I refine. What I call mine, I protect, even when it seems like I'm breaking it. And now, after all the waiting, the enduring, and the trusting without seeing, the time of manifestation has come. You are entering a season where what once seemed impossible will start to happen effortlessly. What once came with struggle will now come with peace, not because of your effort, but because of my faithfulness. Cycles are ending, chapters that will never be rewritten, but sealed with the fulfillment of purpose. Because what I have determined is coming to pass, and my word never fails. It doesn't matter who doubted you, who mocked you, or who looked down on you. The approval of heaven will always outweigh the opinion of man. Every moment when you chose to act with integrity, even when no one noticed, when you gave up revenge, when you decided to forgive, when you chose to do good despite being repaid with evil, each of these built an invisible altar, raised by your obedience. And from that altar, a cry was lifted that today is being answered with an unchangeable decree. The blessing has been released. It's not just an improvement or a small favor. It's a direct intervention, a restoration of what was stolen, distorted, or interrupted. Everything the enemy thought he had destroyed, I have kept in reserve. And I will not only return it to you, but it will come back expanded. Because when I restore, I don't just return things the way they were. I return them with increase. That project that seemed to have died is now coming back to life. That relationship that felt beyond repair will be healed, if there is willingness. That health that was weakening will be made strong. That unstable economy will be set firm. Not because you will do it all, but because I am placing my hand directly on what surrounds you. Everything that was out of place will begin to fall into order, not by chance, but because a sovereign intervention has begun in the unseen world, and now it will touch the earth. There are decisions being made in your favor, even when you're not there. There are conversations where your name will be spoken for good. There are doors opening without you needing to knock, not because anyone owes you, but because I've declared that it is time for them to open. What seemed permanently closed will be opened with eternal purpose. And even though you thought you had wasted years, those years are being redeemed. Time is not your enemy when I step in. I am taking everything you've lost and placing it before you again. But this time it will be better, multiplied, and matured, because in my kingdom, nothing you give me is wasted. Everything is transformed, everything is used, and everything is rewarded. Do not turn your heart to doubt, and do not give in to fear. What I've started, I will finish. The work began some time ago, but now it is moving faster. What once seemed slow will suddenly speed up. What once seemed heavy will suddenly feel light. I am walking ahead of you, and when I go ahead, nothing remains the same. What belongs to you has not been lost. It was simply being prepared to arrive at the right time, and the time is now. There are moments in life when everything feels paused. You know you've received promises. You know something great was planted inside you, but the surroundings don't change. The circumstances remain still, and what you've been waiting for hasn't come. During this long pause that seems to last forever, your mind fills with doubts. You start wondering if it wasn't meant for you, if you were wrong, if you imagined it, or if your time has passed. But I want you to understand that the delay is not a denial. It's a strategy. Every pause, every silence, every waiting moment has been filled with purpose. You were being positioned for a victory that couldn't be rushed. Some of your battles were not against the world, but against the thoughts that tried to take away your vision, your identity, and the spiritual inheritance I placed in you before you even breathed your first breath. What others received quickly took you years to attain. What many gain through human connections, you were denied again and again. But it wasn't punishment, it was protection. What comes too easily is often lost too easily. I didn't want you to come lightly to what is meant for you. I wanted you to arrive strong, knowing who you are in me, with clean hands, a pure heart, and a character made firm. There were moments when I opened doors for you, but you didn't step through out of fear. Other times, it was you knocking, but I closed those doors because I knew what was behind them. Some opportunities that made you cry were not blessings, they were distractions in disguise. I took away what you thought you needed to give you what would truly build you. And although it hurt at the time, now you'll understand why it was necessary. You were being prepared for something greater. I don't do things by chance. Every plan I have is done with precision. There is no room for mistakes in my plans. What was delayed will now be made to move quickly by my hand. Not because of your pressure, but because the time has come to fulfill it. I don't act out of anxiety, but out of fulfillment. There's a time to sow, and there's an exact time to reap. And now, I'm bringing you to the moment where everything begins to fall into place. Your prayers haven't been ignored. They've been stored. Every act of obedience, no matter how small, holds weight before me. What you did in secret, without looking for praise, was recorded in eternity. Faithfulness isn't measured by visible results, but by consistency in the silence. And you were consistent, not perfect, not flawless, but surrendered. And that, my child, is worth more than 1,000 words. I am stepping in where you didn't even know there was a battle. There were things blocking your path, and you weren't even aware of them. Conversations were taking place without your knowledge, decisions were being made without your input, and obstacles were forming in the spiritual realm, preventing what I had prepared for you from reaching you. But now, I am clearing the way, removing everything that doesn't build, breaking down the words that were spoken against you, and canceling the agreements the enemy tried to make to stop your progress. What I have decided to give you doesn't need anyone's approval. It doesn't require their understanding of what I am doing in your life. There will be people who won't understand why, all of a sudden, everything begins to open up, why everything starts to fall into place, but you don't owe them an explanation. All you need to do is keep your heart in alignment with me. Because while you stay on the path I've set for you, I will make sure everything else falls into place for your good. Stop looking for more external signs. Don't compare your journey to others. The work I am doing in you is not a copy of anyone else's path. It is unique, it is deep, and it will leave a mark that many will see, not because of you, but because of my hand on your life. I have chosen to glorify myself through you in such a way that no one will be able to take the credit. When they witness what I will do with you, they will have to admit, this could only have been done by God. There have been times when I left you with less to teach you that with me, you always have enough. I allowed you to walk through difficult seasons, not to destroy you, but to teach you to depend on me. And now that your dependence is firmly rooted in me, I can trust you with more influence, more resources, more connections, more opportunities, but not so you can be exalted, but so you can be a channel. Because what's coming into your life is not just for you. It will be a flow of blessings. What you receive today will bless others through you. You are about to enter a season where the answers will come quickly, the doors will open without warning, and miracles will become a normal part of your life. Not because everything is perfect, but because you've aligned your life with my will. The supernatural will begin to feel natural because I have been preparing you to live by faith. not just to believe in times of crisis. The cycle of effort without results is closing. The cycle of sowing without reaping is ending. You are stepping into a season where you will see with your own eyes what you once only believed by faith. You won't need to convince anyone. The fruit will speak for you. There are times when the weight of life becomes so heavy, so relentless, that your soul begins to wear down without you even realizing it. It's no longer just about the obvious problems, but an inner exhaustion that builds up quietly. Responsibilities pile on. Other people's expectations turn into invisible burdens, and your mind starts fighting itself every day. You don't say it, but sometimes you just wish you could stop everything for a moment and breathe without having to prove anything. You wish you could let go of the weight, but you don't know how. You wish you could ask for help, but you feel like no one would understand the struggles you're facing. And I have been there, not from a distance, but closer than you think. I have seen you keep moving forward, even when your soul is begging for rest. I have seen you smile on the outside while silently screaming for relief on the inside. I haven't ignored your struggles, nor have I overlooked the hard choices you made out of love for what's right, even when no one said thank you. I've paid attention to everything you didn't say in order to keep the peace. I know the words you swallowed to avoid hurting others, the efforts you made to hold things together when everything seemed to be falling apart. What you're going through now is not punishment, but a transition, a delicate moment between what was and what is about to be. You are at the narrowest part of the road, where everything feels tight, where there's no space to breathe, and where the pressure on you feels like it's coming from every direction. But this pressure is not meant to crush you. It's meant to shape you. What I am creating in you is too big for the old ways that used to hold you. The old thoughts, emotional habits, and fears that accompanied you are being broken because they can no longer go with you to where I am leading you. Your identity is being refined. I am removing the labels others placed on you, the words you believed as truths, and the wounds that created an image of you that was never mine. I am returning you to the person I originally designed you to be, not as the person others expected, but as the one I dreamed of when I created you in secret, when I wrote your name in my book and gave you eternal purpose. Many judged your journey from the outside, not knowing what was really happening inside of you. But I do not see as others see. While they look at the outside, I see the roots, and I have seen the healthy roots within you that you didn't even realize were there. I have seen your compassion when you could have acted harshly. I have seen your humility when others would have lifted themselves up. I have seen your honesty when lying would have been easier to avoid the truth. That is what has eternal value. That is what touches my heart. And because of that, even though the world may not have acknowledged those actions, I will reward them in a way that is far greater. I am not speeding up your life to bring you worldly success. I am lifting your spirit so you can live in fullness. There is a big difference between success and fullness. Success relies on applause, on external recognition, and on visible accomplishments. But fullness is something deeper. It is peace that is not dependent on your circumstances. It is joy that remains steady even during the storm. It is knowing who you are, even when others can't see it. It is having the confidence that you are exactly where you are meant to be, doing what you were created to do. That is where I am leading you. In areas where you once felt insecure, my grace will now show up with even greater power. What you once saw as your weakness will become the place where my strength is made perfect. You don't need a perfect faith. You need a sincere one. I am not looking for perfection, but for willingness. and you have shown that, even with your doubts, even during your weak moments. That sincerity is the fertile ground where I plant eternal things. There have been people who tried to dim your light, not out of hate, but from hidden jealousy. They tried to make you feel small, make you doubt your worth, and convince you that you didn't have what it takes. But none of those words have the power to cancel out what I have already affirmed. The favor on your life will speak louder than any criticism. You don't need to defend yourself, because the fruit will speak for you. I am realigning your connections. I am bringing people into your life who have clean hearts, pure intentions, and a shared vision, relationships that will build you up, not drain you. I am separating what doesn't contribute to your growth and drawing in what will help propel your purpose. Don't fear when some people move out of your life. Don't see it as a loss. What may feel like rejection is often freedom. I am making room because the next season of your life can't be shared with just anyone. Not everyone is meant to walk beside you in this new phase, and during this time, a peace you can't explain will begin to fill your heart. It won't be fleeting, but permanent, a peace that doesn't depend on things going right, but on knowing that I am in control. It is a deep inner security that isn't based on what you have, but on who you are in me. I am bringing you to a place where you don't need to prove anything, because everything you need has already been placed inside you. Get ready, not because something is about to happen, but because it is already in motion. A transition is always finished. The journey is nearly complete. What hath been building up inside you will soon turn into a visible reality, and it will not be by your effort, but by my intervention. You made the right choice by clicking on this video. It wasn't just a random decision, nor was it driven by curiosity or coincidence. It was a touch from heaven, a direct act of intervention, a personal appointment I set for you in your life. Before you even saw the thumbnail, before your finger touched the screen, I had already planned this moment for you. You might have thought it was a small action, something insignificant, but what you are about to experience is part of a divine plan that began before you were even born. Do not take this moment lightly. I have prepared it with great care. It wasn't by chance, but with purpose. Listen closely. It was heaven gently guiding you here because your spirit needed a word, a breath of hope, a confirmation. I have seen you. I have watched you in secret, and I have counted every tear. I have been with you on the nights when no one understood your pain, when you smiled on the outside but wept on the inside. This message you are hearing is not just something written by a man. I whispered it into your heart. If you are here, it's because your faith, though sometimes weak, is still alive. That simple click you made was an act of faith that opened a spiritual door, and through the door, I will enter with double the reward. I do not work by chance, I work by promises. There are promises over your life that are still in effect, even if you think the time has passed. I am never late. I come when the harvest is ripe. What you are hearing now is not just another word. It is a spiritual decree. It is an order being signed in heaven at this very moment. Every word I speak now is like heavenly ink, marking a new chapter in your destiny. Angels are positioning themselves, spiritual doors are opening, and unseen chains are falling silently, but with great power. What I am releasing now carries the seal of my kingdom, and when my kingdom decrees something, nothing in hell can stop it. I know you felt like you've given, sown, and prayed, but still nothing seems to change. I have seen every seed you planted with tears. I was there when you gave, even when you had nothing left. You have worked, prayed, and been faithful, even when the results didn't show up. While others around you have testified and prospered, you have waited quietly. But I tell you, your waiting has not been in vain. Everything you've sown is being counted, and your reward is on the way.